Hello, and welcome to Girls Gaze Animes, where it is safe to love what you love and love who you love. I am your host, Valsaraptor. I'm here with my co-host, Tea.
Hi, guys.
That's Tea. And today we want to talk about the ultimate gift-giving guide for weebs and otakus. But I want to stay away from the common stuff like go to box lunch and buy a Naruto baseball shirt.
Yeah, we're trying to stay away from like Hot Topic, box lunch, Her Universe, stuff like that, which are all good. They're great, especially if that is like you're on a mission and you know somebody wants something, or you're running out of time and you're like, I just got to run in the mall. They're great. We're trying to recommend like smaller businesses.
Yeah. I mean, and we all know Crunchyroll is evil, but has a lot of good gift-giving options. So if we have something that we want to recommend that we know is accessible through Crunchyroll, we'll just say what it is, and you can likely find it via other means like eBay or other retailers if it's something that you want to get that's like official, like branded merch versus like fan art merch and stuff like that. So I think we'll jump in right out of the gate. First on my list, I have vinyls of favorite animes and soundtracks.
Ooh, that's a good one.
So I'm thinking like Chainsaw Man soundtrack vinyl. My husband, he's got the Cowboy Bebop Bocchi the Rock vinyl. Hello.
Can you tell me where to get that? Because my husband would. That's a great one.
When I wrote that down, I was like, I bet T hasn't thought of this one yet.
No, I didn't even think of that.
I ordered my husband that set, I think, on eBay last year, or there was actually like a Japanese vinyl seller that I found online. I'll have to get the link for you, but that's kind of, there's a bunch of different ways that you can acquire like these vinyls. Obviously going to Japan is like the easiest way to do it. And then just travel. Just fly to Japan, buy a bunch of vinyls there,
just get on a plane before
and then
Christmas.
Fly home. All your gift-giving needs. So that's my first pick on the what to buy weebs for the holidays.
So I went a little bit more, I guess, specific. I went and looked for shops that I knew.
I did that too, but I also threw in some, like, generals.
Yeah, that was smart. My brain didn't want to do that. My brain was like, all right, we getting specific up in here. So I just bought my husband for our anniversary. I just got him one of those little keychains, and you know how it has, like, the characters, like, bobbling around in it? I just got him one of them. Let me bring it up so you can see what I'm talking about. And for those at home, I will also be describing.
It's like an acrylic keychain, but it's filled with other smaller acrylic pieces that you can shake around and stuff, right?
Yeah, so it kind of makes me think of like gumballs in a gumball machine. So we really love Persona 5, and I got him this cute little keychain, Morgana, and bus form. And all of the little Persona 5 children are inside of it, and you can shake it around and they jingle about inside of there. And this person also has, let me see the easiest way to share screen again. Okay, there we go. So this is this person's specific Etsy shop, and they're in Japan. They have this Switch calendar standee and phone holder, which I thought was really cute. And they have pins. This is called Bunper. They're in Tokyo, Japan on Etsy. And they have like Legend of Zelda stuff. They have Genshin Impact. They have just cute little like a similar concept, the shaker thing that I was just describing, but it's like a bubble tea shaped like a cat.
Classic.
Yeah, so they have like general like Animal Crossing. They have properties you would recognize, but they also have just cute little keychains and things. And all of the keychains, the clasps, at least the ones that I'm seeing here, and I know that our Persona 5 one, the clasp is shaped like a heart.
Oh.
And I didn't know that when I bought it, and I was like, that's such a sweet touch.
I think, so my husband had gotten me a bee and puppy cat, and it had the same like little heart clasp thingy, and it was super cutie.
I love stuff like that, like little details.
Yeah. I have a whole list of like, next I have like different clothing items. So today for the podcast, I wore my very obvious Steady Hands, very popular for not only anime fans, but like other like stylish. They do cardigans mostly. They've started doing pants. They have threatened to do skirts, like with shorts underneath. I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting. They also
do love
have
a good skort.
They have a couple like hats, like bucket hats, beanies, claw clips for your hair. These are all like different options that you can get like low-key anime merch for, just like stylish, like cutesy, kawaii merch. Also, I have to look up the name. I can't remember, but I'm wearing also the t-shirt from, I always forget it, and I have so many shirts from them, but this is my Jujutsu Kaisen and My Neighbor Totoro mashup shirt. And it's incredibly adorable because there's a little chunky Gojo Totoro, and I would die for him.
It's very cute.
So when I think about like subtle anime merch, I always think about Steady Hands. I plugged on the last podcast episode, KDM Vintage, which was nice enough to make me a custom hoodie that says Notice Me Senpai on it. But they also sell these are like less subtle, but I think they're still like, I don't want to say like gag gifts, but they're funny but wearable. I have the Satoru Gojo Can Expand My Domain hoodie as well. But they also do baby tees, which is nice because it's not, I don't always want to be wearing a hoodie.
Yeah.
Another one that I'm going to pull these up on Instagram to share with folks as well. T, do you have favorite clothing brands?
So yeah, actually, I have two different spectrums of that. So there's this one brand that I'm totally going to say wrong, but I usually buy them at, I've gotten them at Otaku and I believe at Katsucon in the past. Omana Shop. I have quite a few of their adorable little pullovers. So I have this little strawberry milk bunny.
Oh my gosh, so cute.
I have this little hot pot sweater ghost. I have quite a few friends that have this guy, the frog in the rain. I also have this little alien over here. And they're just, I mean, I love the style. But they also have bags and things that are really cute. So they have these cute fish bags. They have this little like bunny nail. And I remember they started doing bags in the past few years. Like when I originally found them, they were just like sweaters and t-shirts and things like that, and I believe they had stickers too. I can't quite remember, but this was like their bread and butter for a long time. I want this spoiled milk one so bad. It's one of my favorites. I love it so much. And then, as I've mentioned before, I have a child. I saw these on Instagram recently. They are kids' pajamas. So if you have a kid, or if you know you got a friend that has a kid, these are like bamboo pajamas are very popular currently with like children and stuff. The quality's nice. So they're very soft, but these are Sailor Moon bamboo pajamas for kids.
As an adult, I can fit in those, right?
Yeah, right. Like, I'm going to squish myself into this. But they also have, this is called Akemi Baby. I might be saying that wrong. Akemi Baby. But they have, like, the way they describe it is so they don't get in, like, legal trouble. Like, this is very obviously Naruto, but it says Shinobis. And they have, like, Dragon Ball Z, and it says Lil Saiyan Warriors. But they have various little patterns, and they're all, so far that I've noticed, anime. And it looks like they're expanding, so they have ones for, like, your wee babs, and then they have some for your older kids. So if you know somebody that's got a kid, or if you have your own kid, I love bamboo pajamas for my own son, so I plan on getting one eventually. I haven't bought from them yet, but it's at the top of my list to buy from.
Very cutie. All right, I'm ready to share my different ones that I found. So one that I recently found on TikTok, and I'm going to, again, try to stick to small shops. Some of these do have international shipping. Some do not, unfortunately. So this one is called Alchemic Oddities Co. They have hoodies,
I just
mostly.
saw them.
Right. So what's the best way? So like they have crew neck sweatshirts and hoodies, but they're embroidered instead of screen printed. They also embroider like hair bows. They make stickers. One that I think caught my attention was the Sailor Moon crew neck sweatshirts, because they do prints on the front, but then they also do the prints on the sleeve.
I love that. Not a lot of places do that.
I love the sleeve prints, and they've got every Sailor Scout, or all of your favorite Sailor Scouts, rather. I don't know. I haven't gone through how many. No, looks, they've got even tuxedo masks. They look so high quality, too. There's a Jinx one. Oh my gosh. Cute. I know that you said you haven't watched Arcane yet, but as you can see, Arcane's so hot right now. They have the bows. It looks like they do like the cross stitching of different characters' outfits, which is another like good handmade craft like gift that you can buy folks. It looks like they got Toru Honda. They've got obviously Sailor Moon, but these bows are also adorable and embroidered. So their stuff looks so cute. They've got enamel pins and other good like weeby gift that you can get folks. But that was kind of my next like anime clothing recommendation for your friends that are too hard to shop for. The next one that I wanted to talk about was Mango Milk Studio. And for all of the folks that are just listening online, I'm just going through like Instagram accounts right now. So the one that we just talked about was Alchemic Oddities Co. Exactly what it sounds like. ALCHEMICODDITIES Co. The next one is Mango Milk Studios. I'm not going to spell mango for you.
And both of those are all one word for our friends at home.
Yes, no punctuation or anything. So this one, they do more like stickers and like smaller trinkets, but they also do screen printing on bags. So like not all anime fans are into video games, but there's Cult of the Lamb, like screen printing on bags. They also do art for like tarot cards. They do like custom like trinkets that you can order too with like different characters. Fight for your treasures like a possum. There's Hell of a Boss and all of like those style shows. They do merch for them as well. So they've got like Trigun. Yes, yeah. That one's on my list still.
Yeah. The ever-growing list.
The list that I will never, ever fully get through. So this is kind of like another one where they do like more fan art style prints and stickers and acrylics and trinkets. But I thought their style was super cute. The next one, this one I'm obsessed with. And her stuff, her name is... It's Rhea_ceramics. And I don't want to share this because I'm obsessed with her things, but because her stuff is so detailed and handmade, it takes a while for her to drop new stuff and it sells out immediately.
Yeah.
So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to share these. Look at this mug. Look at this.
They're beautiful.
So this is, for those that are listening, you're going to have to find us on YouTube because we're sharing along all of the different merch that we're talking about. But this is it's almost like a tie-dyed or splatter red handmade ceramic mug that she hand-painted on a Dandadan manga panel too. So if someone were to gift me this for Christmas or for a birthday, literally any time, if someone were to give me this, I'd be like, oh my God, how do you know me so well? And all you have to do is like know that I like Dandadan, and I'd be like, oh my God, we're best friends now. Right. But this they did the panel where Okuran is transformed into turbo form, and it's got the like little text bubble that says, oh, I feel like shit. And then the little snake granny is on there, so it's like right before the crab running scene. I'm sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen Dandadan, go watch it. But
cover your ears.
Cover your ears. Look at this little Puchita hand-painted ceramic cup.
That's cute, too.
Incredibly cute. All of her stuff is so good. Look at this. It's got the boys' little Gojo and Gato manga panel, them like snickering on their phones together, and they're going little pss, pss, pss. It's so cute.
I like how she doesn't have just mugs, too. Like the Ponchita you just were talking about, it's like a regular little drinking cup.
Yeah, it's like a ceramic, regular old little drinky cup. She's got a hand-painted ceramic mug of Gojo and Gato riding the bike together.
That's really cute.
All of her stuff is so good. Look at this. This only has 40 likes. How have more people not jumped onto this? And she doesn't she's got banana fish, she's got One Piece.
Oh, are those sake glasses? That's
yeah,
neat.
but the little sake cups. So she's got this Yuri on Ice one that's incredibly adorable.
And I like how vibrant the colors are, like once it's been cured. And I think that's the appropriate word. I've never done ceramics. But once it's been cured, they're very vibrant. And the manga panels look very like... jumped out of the manga and she slapped it on the cup. Yeah, it almost looks like she printed them and then literally printed them onto the sheet. But now I'm sharing, she did Nana mugs, so she's got a pink Nana mug and a black Nana mug, and they've got little barbed wire hearts
and then the characters inside the barbed wire heart, and I'm just like, so literally anything from this shop. It could be, there's the Given one, there's a Soul Eater one. I think she at some point will open up her shop for customs as well. She's got Chainsaw Man, Ghibli, more Chainsaw Man. So I think she, like I said, I think she does custom orders based on like size and like really whatever you're looking for. But I would take anything that she made off the shelf because her work is stunning. It's so detailed. She puts a lot of care into it. Like, but you can see here, next shop update is TBA. Like, she hasn't dropped anything new yet. So that's sad for me. And then the last one that I pre-pulled up was this other shop that does bags. These are handmade bags. Echo NYX shop. ECHO NYX shop on Instagram. And look at these bags. So this one's like so an Animal Crossing bag, but it looks like it's like a cartoon itself almost, but it's like leather. I don't know that's real leather. It's probably vegan leather or something. Yeah. But it's incredibly well made. It's got little paw pads on the side.
They look very squishy too.
And they look so squishy and cute. And she's got other bags that have like open windows for displaying pins, which is another like good feature to have on a bag if you're buying a nerd. If you buy a nerd a bag, give them a window to display their pins so they don't lose their pins. She's got some like crop sweaters that she's dropping that are super cute. So she's got a lot of different things. And again, this is just a small shop. She's only got like 9,000 followers on Instagram. Like, these are the gifts that people want. She's got this Demon Slayer printed bag.
That's so cute.
The Tanjiro-inspired one. Look at, I mean, all of her stuff
adorable.
Is stunning. So, add these to your wish list. These are incredibly cute. Little donut one. So that was what I teed up for like the rest of the clothing and some of the handmade goodies. I have another like list of other handmade goodies shops that I want to go through. But again, like these are brainstorm ideas for that special weeb in your life.
Speaking of clothes, I realized there was one that's technically clothes that I didn't share. So if you guys have been to a convention before, you've probably seen people wearing like kigurumis and things like that. They're basically like the pajamas that you put the hood up and you can be like an anime character or you can be an animal. I have a hedgehog one, a cat one. I think we also have like a dragon one. Like I have a ton. But there is this shop called Kangarumis.
Okay.
And they make dress versions.
They're so cute.
So they have everything from like Pokemon, Animal Crossing, they have Star Wars, they have Legend of Zelda. They also make, there's a Captain America one. They also have started doing pullovers, they have bags and things like that. So they've got like, that Totoro one's super cute. But they have, like, the Kigu style thing in a dress, which, like, if you've worn one of those before, especially at a convention, you get hot real quick.
Yeah.
So these are good as an option where it's like, I don't want to bake in the sun in the middle of August. I would like to have something that I can breathe in. And they also do customs, so you can send in, like, custom kigurumis, or they sell long Furbies. They sell long Furbies, too.
Long Furbies. Creepy.
Yeah, I'm torn about long Furbies. So here's their Instagram. There's a non-stuffed long Furby.
And Kangarumis is spelled exactly how you would think it would be spelled. So kangaroo and then M.
Yeah.
Those are so cute.
And like I've said, I've worn like Kigus for Halloween costumes and stuff, but you get so hot so quickly that you feel like you're dying. And with this, at least it gives you a breathable option, and you still look really cute.
I love that. I bought a hoodie dress at a con from a vendor, and it's got a little ghosty on it, and it's so warm. Like, I don't even need to wear fleece-lined leggings under it because it itself is so warm. So I imagine that's like those.
Also, you brought up pins and things like that with bags. There is this shop. I have not bought from them yet, but I've been stalking them for years. They're called Genumi, Jennummi. They do like a lot of couples pins, which is how I found them.
Gosh, the Momo and Okuron ones are so cute.
And they have like, I don't know if they still make it, but I found them because there was this really cute one of Toru Honda and Kiyosoma, and I was like, I need this in my life.
Oh my gosh.
And I've been stalking them ever since. Like this, look at this. Look at that. Beautiful. And they have little standees.
Like, they have
these are so cute chains and things like that. And they have a good variety of different shows too. So it's not just like, oh, you're only gonna get, Strawberry Friends. They have Nana one. They have
Nana, aka Strawberry Friends.
Strawberry Friends. They have
History will say they were Strawberry Friends.
History will say. They have Samurai Champloo. They've got Fruits Basket, like I mentioned. They have a good variety of like more like classic shows and more like recent classics. So you're not just stuck with, okay, I only have like a few options. They also have stickers that they do of the like pin prints. They have printouts of them as well, like a poster that you can get. Bundles. Tell me more.
So I guess these are all super cute, and that kind of brings me to like another category that I have on the gift giving guide for Weebs, and it's just trinkets, right?
Yeah.
It's keychains, it's enamel pins, it could be a phone case, it could be like a pop socket, like a custom pop socket. I'm talking where you find someone online that hand makes something that they turn into a pop socket. I'm talking blind boxes, figures, Neandroids, minifigures, mini acrylic standees. Trinkets could even be, I've seen this online. I've even acquired this for a friend for the holidays, but it is a laundry ball that is a soot sprite.
That's cute.
Very cute. I consider that to be a trinket.
Yeah.
Anything from Miniso. That's on my list. It just says anything from Miniso. That is on the list. Also, I saw my husband sent me a TikTok, so I have to go to Miniso soon. But Miniso is now selling encased shelves for blind box little figures for minifigs.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
You can go into Miniso, you can buy all your little minifigs, and then you buy a shelf for your minifigs. And I think it encloses so that you don't have to worry about dusting it, which I've seen a lot of people dealing with the pains of on the internet lately.
Speaking of, I have an activity that I need to do, and it involves dusting my figures.
I have to dust so much because I learned recently that my cat is severely allergic to dust mites.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate. My Chihuahua growing up was allergic to grass.
I can keep my cat away from grass easier than I can keep him away from dust.
We didn't realize until she was, like, potty trained. And she was fine if we would go outside and you, like, wipe her feet off, come back in. But if I took her outside and we were hanging outside for a while, she would get, like, a little rash on her feet, start biting her feet. I'm like, what's wrong? I don't understand. So we took her to the vet, and the vet was like, unfortunately, your dog, who needs to go outside to go to the bathroom, is allergic to grass.
This is tragic. Okay, I have another shop that I want to share.
Please
This
do.
one is called Moon Rose Cafe. So moon.rose.cafe. And they have a bunch of different stuff. And I know I just listed off a bunch of like stocking stuffer style ideas, right? But this person sells bags and wallets that are in the shape of books. So like think of Howl's Moving Castle as a book, but it's a crossbody bag. And it has a screen where you can store your pins. They also have hair clips. So they've got Cult of the Lamb hair clips, mini clips as well as big clips. Because sometimes those big clips don't work in my hair because I have short hair.
Yeah.
But look at these little mini clips. They're perfect for putting up like one small clip on each side, or if you have short hair, one small clip in the back. Precious, right? Gibbets. Croc gibbets. There are so many folks that are out there making gibbets for Crocs that are anime adjacent. They can be low-key, they can be high-key, they can be anime characters on a face, or they can be, I don't know, what's that one fruit from One Piece? I've never seen One Piece.
Well, I haven't either. It's like don't come at us. It's like the gummy fruit or something.
Gummy fruit?
I can't remember. being terrible right now. I legitimately do not remember what it's called.
Keychain idea that this person has is a Tamagotchi-shaped keychain, but with your favorite, like, anime character inside as the Tamagotchi character. Precious. They sell... What's it called? Textiles. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Shoot, it's like on the tip of my tongue.
I can't think of the word for paper.
Notebooks and stationery. There we go.
Stationery, yeah, fancy paper, aka stationery.
The brain fart was real.
That this person does, that is the reason that I was following them originally on here, is they also do, well, this little cake-shaped bag is also the most precious thing I've seen in the world.
Cute.
Think of, like, the most girly decorated cake. Like, the kind of thing that is so cute that you wouldn't want to eat it, but now picture it as a handbag where you can also display your pins. It is precious. Again, this is Moon Rose Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
On Instagram, moon.rose.cafe. But I was saying the thing that I followed them about, I have to scroll into the depths of their Instagram. And this person does like anime, general kawaii stuff, and then also some K-pop stuff as well, which, again, great for most general weebs. We're all into the same stuff. They have Hazbin Hotel merch as well. This is a Tomy print, but it's...
Love that.
It's like not actual Tomy. I'm going to get to what I was planning on showing you anyway. At some point, they also do like fan art of different things. There's little... Here is Anya as a literal wizard, as a keychain. So their stuff is like super original, and it's... Here, this is one of the things that I saw. It is a reusable tote bag with like a leather handle that they put on themselves. But it's a Ron High School host club, commoner's supermarket, with fancy tuna, fresh produce, and best prices.
That's adorable.
The girls who get it, and the girls who don't. So that was one that got me. And then it was this one. It is a coffee cup. It's a coffee cup holder. I'm going to zoom in because it's a video, so it's harder to see. But it basically, you slide your reusable or your non-reusable coffee cup into this coffee holder, but the coffee holder itself has a picture, like a Starbucks logo, but instead of Starbucks, it says Commoner's Coffee on it.
And it's like a little purse, too. You put your
it's like a handle.
You sling it over your little shoulder.
Yeah, you put your coffee in it, and it's got a little handle, and then you carry your coffee by this little handle. And it's so cute. And I found this, like, way late after they stopped making them. And I'm, like, constantly waiting for a drop. So, Moonrose Cafe, if you're watching, please redrop. I want one of these desperately. I will give you so much money.
That reminds me,
my
it's
credit
not
card.
Necessarily, like, anime-themed, but the bags are very cutie. There is a bag that I've seen, and I can't think of the shop off the top of my head. It's got a purse, and in the same... rectangle, it has a spot for your beverage. So it's like all in one. You can put your cup in it, and your purse is next to it, and it's on the same strap. I also love that. So that was Moon Rose Cafe. I love all their stuff. Another one that I wanted to share was Emmy. Emmy's account is Quaffadoodle. QUAPHADOODLE. So their bio says drawer who draws. They're based out of Texas in the US. So they go to cons and stuff, but they have these fruit sando bags where you can so imagine it's like a sando that you get in Japan, but it's a bag, but the cream on the sando, instead of having fruit, you put your enamel pins there. That is so
that
cute.
Not so clever and cute? And like,
what is the name of those bags? I am blanking, and I know they have a name.
The enamel display bags?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. They
it
also
means
have
like you put so much on it that it hurts. And I can't think of what those are called. Hold on, I'll look for that while you show off that.
All right, I'm going to show this one. So
cute.
this one's a Soot Sprite bag. And then on the side that displays the pins, it comes with two different inserts. So like different faces that you can give the Soot Sprite. But these bags that she makes, they come with 3 different straps. They come with 2 straps that are the same length so that you can clip them on and wear the bags as a backpack. And then the 3rd strap is a different length so that you can turn the bag into a crossbody.
Oh, I love that.
So
those bags are called Ida bags.
Ida bags?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's like you display your fandom in it. You put your pins, your stickers, your things like that. Like, I know some people that put even, like, full stuffed animals in theirs.
Oh my
and
gosh.
Ida means something along the lines of, like, it hurts. Like, this is so loaded that it hurts. And it's when they have that specific little panel in the front so you can see inside the bag.
Gosh, I didn't realize that. So I think I have a bag from this person, but I think this is where I got my bag. But basically they did 3 different versions. They did a Gato version, a Gojo version, and a Sukuna version, but they were cats. And then, like, it had a spot on the bottom where you could clip, like, a little tail.
Cute.
So that I was like, I have one of those. It's featured in probably one of my TikToks. I wore it to Japan. It was everything. So again, that was Quaffadoodle.
Mm-hmm.
They make the cutest bags where you can display your pins, your Ida bags. There's another ceramic mug person that I follow. They are not based in the United States. They have worldwide shipping, though.
Oh, nice.
This is Marwa Studios, Marwa Studio, and it's marwa.studio_ on Instagram. Their mugs are incredibly detailed. Not only do they hand paint all of the, like, imagery on their mugs, but they also, like, add depth to the mug. So, like, if there's a My Neighbor Totoro mug, they will make ceramic soot sprite, like, balls and place, like, 3D accoutrements on the mugs. So, like, there's a Harry Potter mug and the lid to the mug is the Sorting Hat. Or, like, the handle on this Princess Mononoke mug is a tree branch with, like, hand engraved, like, graining for the wood pieces. There is a Howl's Moving Castle one, and, like, the fire sparks that are, like, around them, the sparks themselves are 3-dimensional. There's a Powerpuff Girls mug.
That one's cute.
Like, the stars and the detailed streams of light that come out of them when they're, like, jumping in the air. Those are 3-dimensional. So, I mean, they have some regular ones, but, like, they're like fancy ones. There's a Gojo one with, like, big old eyes, like, coming out of the mug. So the Nanami mug has his sword. I don't know, would you call it a sword? I think it's a sword.
Yeah, I think that's a sword. Big knife.
His big old knife thing that's wrapped in tape, whatever. That's the handle on this mug, folks. So shop local, like, check Etsy, check, like, find folks through Instagram, because sometimes Etsy takes too many fees, but a lot of these folks have their own shops that they sell from. Like, again, this one, not US based. I follow them. They ship worldwide, though. So in the event that I have enough money and I catch the drop on the right time, like, I'm gonna get a mug from this person. Like, they are so skilled and talented. So that was my next bit of show and tell. This is great because I have this, like, folder on TikTok and Instagram as well. It's called Buy Me. And it's anytime I see something that's, like, a small business or a shop or something, I immediately like, and then I favorite, and then I tuck it away in that folder. And so basically, in preparation for this conversation, I was like, I'm just going to go through my Buy Me folder.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, like, go through all of these things and showcase, like, all of the sick merch that I haven't saved up enough money to buy all of it yet.
So my next one, you said something that reminded me of this. I don't have, like, pictures or anything of it, but I've noticed in the past few years at conventions, a lot of, like, I don't want to say home goods, but, like, bath-related items. Like, I've seen bath bombs that have, like, D&D dice in them. I've seen anime-themed, like, candles and soaps and things like that. But last year when I was at MagFest, and this made me chortle, somebody was selling homemade deodorant. And it was like, don't be stinky. Here's your MagFest deodorant. And I've noticed other creators have started to make their own deodorant to sell at conventions too. And they sell out, they said. They'll bring like a ton of them and then people will like wipe them out. And I was like, you know, it's a joke. Conventions are stinky. But if you're going to profit off it, I would too.
Yeah, what?
Like, even if I think I saw a creator recently who they were only charging like $5, and it was just a little like almost travel size deodorant, but they were like people, you could buy it as a joke. Like, oh, here you go, here's your $5 deodorant, friend, you're stinky, and then you got this cute little deodorant.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. And I mean, like I said, like candles and things like that.
I've seen the candles. I've seen this smells like the field from Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah.
Or like, this is what the inside of the ramen shop smells like.
Yeah.
From Naruto. So like, I've seen those, but I had not seen the deodorant. That's actually hilarious.
And I got a bath bomb like a couple years ago that it was a little cauldron, and inside of it was like a potion. And you threw the whole thing into the tub and you had your little spell. It was very cute. So I've seen a rise in things like that, which makes sense. Like, take the whole like treat yourself and take care of yourself kind of mentality, especially after the panini pandemic. I think the need for that rose quite a bit.
Yes. Another thing that I thought of that's like more of a general gift, because I don't have like one that I can recommend, because all of the versions of this that I've gotten locally at conventions, or I've traveled to conventions and I've found such things, but it's stained glass art.
Yeah, that's definitely popular.
Like, I've pulled up Etsy. Let me make sure I'm not logged in and I don't dox myself. So if I share my screen now, you'll see it's just an Etsy shop instead of, I know I said I was going to do everything on Instagram, but I guess
it's beautiful.
But it's like the Sailor Moon wands. They've got, I personally, this is like a calcifer as a stained glass. I have a calcifer myself. Mine's larger than this. Like I said, I got it at a convention, so they were very reasonably priced because they were all locally made. And then I also got one that's even larger. That's like a My Neighbor Totoro one, but there's tons of local artists around you making this stained glass art. I don't know that I would even recommend going to Etsy. Like, do some Google searching, like I said, spend some time searching for keywords in Instagram, because these are high quality gifts. Like, a lot of work goes into these, and it's not like a normal, like, because you can gift someone art and they're going to hang it up on their wall, but a piece of stained glass art, it just really adds something extra to, like, you can hang it in a kitchen window, or for even folks that live in apartments and stuff, like, you can hang them from your window panes, like using the little suction thing, so there's no need for like putting things on the wall for like nice pieces of art. So stained glass art is another one that I feel like a lot of people sleep on as like a solid gift.
I feel like also, like, in the town where I live, we have a local glass blower who does, like, classes and things, and he also makes things for events, like our Christmas parade is tomorrow, and he made the awards for the Christmas parade. But I feel like if they do classes and they could do custom things, I feel like if you go in there and you're not trying to be super complicated, like, hey, I want to make a soot sprite out of blown glass. Can I pay you to help me do that? Like, I'm sure they would be like, sure, why not?
Heck yeah. Another...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say another random one that, like, I'm like skipping ahead on my list, but another one that's on my current wish list actually is, it's called a posture pal. And it's like when you sit at a table, it like goes in front of you so that you don't like lean over. But this one specifically is a Mofusan shark and Mofusan shrimp head. So if you guys aren't familiar, Mofusan is a cat character, but it's like more detailed. So it's not like a Hello Kitty, even though Hello Kitty's not a cat, I guess. But it's like a cat character, and it always dresses up. It's very popular in Japan and in my home currently. So this Mofusan posture pal, these were actually for sale at, I want to say, Urban Outfitters recently. But who would even think, like, because look, oh no, like I'm slouching over, oh, my posture's so bad, but if I have this little stuffed kitty thing in front of me, I'm gonna have the best posture there is.
I want one of those. I need one of those. Goodness gracious.
Where are you going to put that, T? You've got other things
It's true.
going on.
I'll get one for my husband. He could use it. He sits at his desk all day.
And then when he's done and you're done, like, yeah, they have like little ledge faces and they sit on the table and they keep you sitting upright.
Yeah, I like that. What a clever thing to... It makes me think of... Have you seen, I think they're specifically from, like, the Pokemon company, but it's, like, there's a Gengar that you can put on your desk and you stick your head in it and you, like, take a nap in it.
I have not seen that.
Also, I just thought of something, speaking of stuff like that, there's a lot of gifts that you can get for your pets.
True.
Like, my cat has, it's not anime related, but he has D&D dice on his collar, and I know that they make, like... other ones that are more anime oriented, like I've seen Naruto ones and things like that, or they have the harnesses for dogs and cats and things that are anime related. I had a keychain that was on my cat's collar years ago. This cat is, as Valsaraptor knows, my cat is ancient. I was 16, so this was a long time ago. He had a little charm on his necklace, and I had a matching charm that was on my keys. And it was, I think it was Kingdom Hearts or something. It was like, we both had the same little charm, and I've seen places that still make those. So just like, you know, if you know some, like I said earlier, with the pajamas, you might not have a kid or you might not have a pet, but you know somebody who does.
That's a cute idea. Like it's for the weebs that are also pet lovers.
Yeah.
I'm looking up other accounts that I also, because I'm not at the end of my list of things.
I'm running low because I was blanking, but as we're talking, I'm remembering stuff. I do have a jewelry shop I want to show off.
All right, so in alignment with that, though I know yours is much more affordable, I have a couple more like practical gifts and other recommendations for shops.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to jump ahead on my list, and it's the if you're rich category. For the
This is in the, I mean, it's not
no, I mean, it's not like,
if you're rich, but it's like, This is not an everyday present.
So first on my if you're rich list is Sailor Moon Jimmy Choos.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about it before, but since we originally talked about it, they did a second drop. They dropped more. And I was like, how could you do this to me? I am simply not financially in a position to do these things. I've seen a lot of people do dupes of the newest Sailor Moon Jimmy Choo collab. I've also seen that Megan Thee Stallion already owns them because of course she does. So that is first up on my if you're rich and are also into Sailor Moon gift guide.
It's the meme from Tiger King where he's like, I'll never financially recover from this.
It's like you're sleeping in a cardboard box while wearing your Jimmy Choo.
Yeah, at least I got my Jimmy Choos.
There's another one. I'm pulling it up now because it's not like a big brand. Like I think it's a smaller, like maybe a one-person company.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm pulling it up, you pull up yours.
So mine is more on, not as expensive as a pair of Jimmy Choos, but these are necklaces and things. So I have two pieces from Bisou Lovely. I think I'm saying that right. Bisou, and then the word lovely, all one word.
Yes.
I have the Sailor Moon necklace in like rose gold. It is very beautiful. It's one of my favorite pieces. They also have things that are like tarot card pendants. They have this little planchette.
The tarot card pendants are so cute. They're like, this is my first time seeing some, so they're clear, like the pendant themselves is clear, but it's like wrapped in gold and then has like the sun written in like a gold bar on it, and they come in gold, silver, or rose gold. These are so cute. I did not even know the price tag on these. This is $150 US.
Yeah.
Doll
so
hairs.
they've done
magical scythe pendant.
Yeah,
Precious.
they've done stuff like from, I'm trying to think. They've done Madoka Magica.
Yeah, I see the
They've
egg.
done
What is it?
Sailor
The egg
Moon,
something necklace. It's egg guardian choker.
Yes. They did a recent drop that was Full Metal Alchemist, and I have Edward Elric's. It's a necklace, but it is his pocket watch. And you open it up and it says like the October 3rd, never forget. They also have just like this is called Cynthia, but this is just their own thing. Like this isn't tied to an anime or anything.
It's like a cluster of gems in the shape of like butterflies and stuff.
Yeah.
But Looks like they do like a lot of celestial stuff, like horoscope stuff, but they also do some like
I'm trying to see.
Guardian based.
Oh, here we go. Magical Girl
collection.
Jewelry Collection.
Yeah.
Celestial Jewelry, RPG inspired, occult, evil eye, custom horoscope. Oh, they even have stuff that's more like for masculine presenting people. Oh, these are cute.
Those are cute.
I like those.
Like just like darker toned rings and stuff. So they do bracelets, they've got cottagecore initials, but it's like more than just, your standard initial. They've got like little gems and stuff going on it. I've seen this brand, like it's woman owned. Mm-hmm. I think she like runs it by herself or maybe with like a couple other folks. And again, this was Bisou Lovely.
Yeah, we're
Bisou Lovely. It looks like they do like some more available, widely reachable shipping stuff too.
One thing that my husband did get me with he got me the Edward Elric. He got me both necklaces, but with the Edward Elric one, he got me this cool like display box that has an LED light in it.
Aww.
So if you want to, I mean, obviously you can wear it, but if you're like, oh, I want to use this as more of a display piece, you open up the box and it has a light on the inside to kind of like when you go into a jewelry store and they have all the lights on stuff, they have that in like a little box form, which I thought was super cute.
That's incredibly cute. Yeah, like I said, I do follow that account too. And the last up on the If You're Rich list, I've got this brand. It's I don't know how to pronounce it, but look at
this. That's beautiful.
So for those who can't look, listen to me talk about this.
Listen closely.
It's a corset. It's a strapless corset, but it's like Sailor Moon inspired. It's not like listed as being a Sailor Moon item. I know we talked a lot about Sailor Moon, but it's so easy. But it's got a bow on the front, and then it's the strands of the bow kind of are separate from the corset itself and outwardly branch out like the transformation sequence. So they've got like a couple of strands that reach out around the bow. The bow is in the front, and then it's corseted, and they've got different colors. So there's like a rose pink one, there's a black with a white bow, and then there's a black with a hot pink bow.
And it looks like her mid-transformation kind of thing.
Mm-hmm, right. But then they also have the same like three-dimensional bow design on dresses. The corsets themselves are retailed at like $350. The dresses are $490, so still less than the Jimmy Choo. But, I mean, there's this, if you're getting engaged and you're having an engagement party, you probably need to spend $500 on this Sailor Moon-inspired mini dress, right?
That would be a cute, like, little elopement dress, too.
It would. It really would. And, I mean, they have, like, a black jean version, a red version. So they've got, I don't know that I'd wear it with little ruffly leg covers. It's just not how I would style it.
Yeah.
So this was another brand where it's like, it's not technically... They just do a lot of bows, but I think it's heavily Sailor Moon inspired. Mm-hmm. Though not explicitly marketed that way. So this brand is Lirika Matoshi, Lirika Matoshi. So on the if you're rich list. Another thing that I wanted to talk about that's not specifically anime, but I feel like anime and like weebs and nerds are interested. It's called Plantagachi. I'm gonna look it up, but basically it's like a Tamagotchi plant pot. Mm-hmm. So instead of taking care of the Tamagotchi, it like keeps track of your habits with your plant.
That's smart. Especially for those of us that have ADHD and do not remember to do such things.
They're freaking precious. Like, I'm going to pull it up. They've got a stupid little face, and I would definitely take care of my plant if I had one of these.
I've seen those. I like those.
And so your plant doesn't die because you're so worried about taking care of your little Plantagachi. It tells you, like, the temp of your plant. It tracks your watering. It lets you know. So this is just, I don't know how much these cost, but I saw this and I was like, I need it. And so I put it in my I need it folder, and then I forgot about it. Until I went through my list recently and I was like, this is a great gift for someone that you don't know. Like, if someone's into plants and they're also into, like, nerdy stuff and you don't know what to get them, this is it. This is the gift that you're looking for. And they come in different colors. So, like, on the screen now I've got this, like, little yellow one, and it's got a little screen with a little face, and it's, like, winking and stuff. They've got, this isn't the manufacturer, but I don't know who that is. But they've got all kinds of different, like, colors and styles. There's pink, green, white, purple. Looks like you can get them on Amazon. I know we said we're going to stay away from big box, but there's the Plantagachi, I think, is the brand. So if you're going to buy something, buy it from, like, the original manufacturer of it. But the problem is I got one of these, I would feel bad. I'd be like, no, all of my other plants need their own little Tamagotchi, not just one. So that would be my issue with it. So maybe that's also in the if you're rich category, or if you only have one plant, that would be acceptable.
So I did want to show something that I recently stumbled upon. I didn't know this was a thing. Like, smaller companies that make figures. Like,
yes.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I have pre-ordered one.
So I hope it's the same site.
I hope it's the same site. Go ahead,
I'm going to show you this one because I thought of this. I thought of you as soon as I saw this.
My husband. Okay, so for the folks that are listening, sorry for screaming in your ear. It's a Honey Senpai from Iran High School Host Club figure, and it was launched through this small company. What's the small company called? I can't see the name.
They are called, sorry, I can't read that font.
Something Collectors or something, right? Ooh, be careful with what you're sharing, because they have some risque figures. Shoot. We Are Anime Collectors is the name.
Thank you. I was trying to read that font and it was just...
No. So the Honey Senpai one, it's so cute. He's holding Bun Bun, and on the base of the platform, it's got like a cup of spilled tea and roses. And I'm surprised they still have some available, because I personally panicked and I waited and I had like an alarm set for their drop. But my husband pre-ordered me one for Christmas.
So I have a similar one. Let me see if I can bring this up. This is slightly, I don't want to say it's super not safe for work. I'm very into horror, like, as a genre, as is Doki. And one of my favorites, as I've talked about before, is the Ring series with, like, Sadako and everything. And I'm going to have to show you this on Crunchyrolls, but my husband got me this from the actual, like, manufacturer. She'll be here to me in April, I believe. So they are shoujo horror characters. So, like, I love her.
Describe her to the class.
It's Sadako, but she's more, like, aged up. There are tapes. She's floating in the air with her eye, like, staring at you. And then there's tapes floating around her, and she's sitting in a pile of tapes, like over top a pile of tapes. And there's like videotapes from the ye old times. And it looks like she's ripped out some of the tape from the actual box of the tape, and it's like wrapped around her ankle. They've done a couple of these. I'm trying to remember. I believe they've done Freddy Krueger. I can't remember. I found out about them and I was like, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm going to be able to get her. Like, she's so spooky, and it's one of my favorite animes.
Oh my gosh.
It's one of my
so
favorite,
well
like,
done.
Horror pieces. Like, I am obsessed with Sadako.
Yeah.
And my husband was like, they still have some left. I'm going to get it for you. So that she'll be to me in April, and I'm going to put her up on a pedestal. She's $160, but worth it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for you.
I love her.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I have a couple others on my list that I want to go through. One I saved and I wrote the name down for, but it's like I can't find the actual shop, so I'm going to struggle. But other things that are like on my like random gifts that you probably didn't think of list, they're like mini rugs, but they're called like keyboard rugs.
I've heard of those.
And I have one, it's a Gudetama one. And you can either like display them on your wall, or you can use them as like wrist pads. But let me see if I can find one as an example. I probably cannot. But that's like on my like random list. But other accounts that I wanted to showcase to kind of like scroll through, this is again, like these are small businesses. So a lot of times they do a bunch of like different little things. So this one is Mommy DZ, but the DEE is threes. So MOMMD33ZY. Small business, they've got their own shop, but they do like hair clips. They do, earlier we talked about like if you're going to buy a pop socket, buy one that like someone like custom made or handmade. They do like so many different like hair clips. So like not just animes, but like pop culture reference ones. This one is just a hair clip that's just like Nanami's face. There's 8-bit hair clip ones. There's Animal Crossing ones that are like, there's so many random ones. There's like an 8-bit cow. There's Peter Pan. There's Sims 8-bit hair clip.
I love all those.
This one is the one that attracted me to our account. It's the Bakugo Explosion hair clippy. So you're wearing the little hair clippy in the back, and it's got like the little spiky Bakugo explosions coming out the back. And this is the one that I saw, and I was like, bookmark, save for later, because look at how cute it is.
I love how it looks in this person's hair. Like, it really... It looks like a bow, for those at home who can't tell.
Bakugo would wear this. I was going to say if Bakugo were a girl, he'd wear this, but no, Bakugo would wear this. No, it's like a subtle nod to
get his
himself.
Hair out of his face.
Yeah, right?
He's
got
got
Animal Crossing leaves, Scooby Snacks, Gengar, like all of these custom or these niche, individually designed hair clippies. Like these, oh my gosh, they're so cute. So many different ones. This person works really hard on having this like extensive, detailed collection of hair clippies. There's Gojo Cat.
That's adorable.
Gojo Cat with the Gojo glasses as a hair clippy. So many of these. Like I said, find like artists, and like when you enjoy their work, you can either custom order something from them, or you can scroll through their work and get ideas. You might not know what to get someone, but as you're scrolling, be like, oh yeah, my friend did mention that they like this particular like anime or whatever. Another brand that I like is Koike. So their Instagram account is shopkoike, ShopKoiKay. So I actually got my husband this sweater. It's a Stein sweater from Soul Eater.
Oh, that's
so
cute.
It's got like the stitching. They also, like I mentioned earlier, gibbets for Crocs. Croc Charms is another good one. So they've got the Soul Eater Sun and the Soul Eater Moon and all of the characters as their little emotes. They also do crossbody bags. This looks like a Soul Eater Sun plushie, but it's actually a backpack.
That's fun.
Their crossbodies are cute. They've got this. Is that fruit again that we don't know the name of?
I think it might be.
They've got a Soul Eater crossbody. They've got them in small, large, a bunch of different sizes. This one's the Jujutsu Kaisen Straw Doll crossbody. Oh my gosh, these gibbets of the Halloween cookies. So, water bottles. So I really like this brand. We've gotten stuff from them before. They have reusable bags that package up. Small, they compress. And these are all anime adjacent.
Okay, trying to redeem us. They're called Devil Fruit.
Devil Fruit. You called them gummy fruit, though.
Well, I was thinking because Luffy is, like, stretchy and gummy-like.
Yeah, so, fair enough. They do sweaters, cardigans, beanies, and bucket hats. If you have a friend that is a fan of Chainsaw Man, look at this. It's a Puchita
That's
bucket hat.
adorable.
And it's got a little Puchita face on it. And, like, nothing's popping out of it. It's just, like, a normal-shaped bucket hat. But, like, you can tell, like, if you look at this, you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's... And you could see where his little chainsaw would be coming out of his face.
And it's very fluffy, too.
It's
it looks
super
like
fuzzy.
a bath towel.
Right. So, again, this is, like, another small shop. And they apparently do rugs and stuff, too. So... Find shops, right? And like wait for a lot of these do special drops. This other brand that I am following is called Coco Seoul, but Seoul like Seoul Korea, so KOKO SEOUL and then underscore. Their tagline is unique merch for the fans who like to keep it on the DL, because a lot of folks want like more subtle anime merch. So they obviously do like plushy, full, comfy outfits. I kind of talked about that earlier. So it's like a cozy onesie, and you can get a Puchita one. You can get like a whole bunch of different ones. They have socks.
Oh, love that.
Their socks are super cute. These I feel like I'd be comfortable wearing to work. Because, you know, like sometimes at work, like you can wear like nicer socks under your pants. They've got crew neck sweatshirts that, again, are fully embroidered. They've got a Gojo and Gato cat embroidered
That's super
crew neck
cute.
Sweatshirt. They also have like iron-on patches
I
for
like
a bunch of
those, too.
different animes. You can put them on hats or jackets or whatever. They have Bond socks from Spy Family or Spy X Family, whatever you want to call it. I call it Spy Family.
You just reminded me, and I haven't seen anybody in any of the places we've looked at. There's also like athleisure, anime themed.
Yes, athleisure. Anime themed athleisure. We have a friend who bought. It was like a Bakugo athleisure set where it was like compression shorts and
Leggings?
like a sports bra.
Oh, yeah.
Leggings. This hair clippy, it's a Gojo cat on one side, and when you flip it over, it's the Gato cat. I wouldn't call that subtle necessarily. I would say that I need it. So yeah, the hair clippies are just super in right now. Even if you don't wear hair clips, a lot of them are so well done that it's kind of like keychains where it's like you can't display every keychain all the time, but you can display these like hair clippies like as though they were like a keychain or something similar.
I like that. Yeah, I was gonna say I like that Gojo. Like you're doing your makeup, you're doing your face routine. You got your little hairband in. It's Gojo as the cat, like pushing your hair back for you.
Gojo cat, makeup, headband, and wrist. I forget what they're called. Wrist things. We haven't seen a lot of Haikyuu, but these are like the Haikyuu circular iron-on patches for the different numbers of the Haikyuu basketball, volleyball players. And a lot of they also make bags. This Coco Soul, they also make bags with the windows for displaying your pins, which is a reoccurring theme. So I think that if you're going to buy your friend who's into anime a bag, it's got to have at least a small window for displaying at least a minimum of 4 pins. The Haikyuu socks, that's I feel like is a pretty subtle anime. It's one of those, the girls who get it, get it. So yeah, this person does, like I said, the socks, the hair clips, and a couple other things. I don't know that I'm going to scroll past some of these. Look at this little Anya socks. It's got Anya's surprised face, but the whole sock is pink. It's not like Anya's face. It's just a pink sock with a surprised face.
I really like the pillow, the little travel pillow of Ponchita. That's cute.
Yeah, the Puchita travel pillow. It's got like a little chain coming out of his head, but it's like fully orange and it's cute. You can see the little ripcord tail. So that was another one that I was like, this is another small business that I have to share as well.
You reminded me of some things. They had it. I've been looking up, and a lot have been popping up on my Instagram, like custom rugs, like the anime rugs and stuff like that. And also like incense and incense holders for like home goods.
It's so interesting because I'm in the market for a good like incense holder that isn't generic but also not over the top. But incense holders that hold sticks are the ones that hold cones because those are different.
Yeah, I'm looking right now and like, let me just bring it up.
Pull it up.
So this is, and you can even get like, these are incense themselves, like stick incense that are themed. But here's like Calcifer holding a stick incense. But over here it's like Totoro at a hot spring and there's the cone incense.
Right.
And they have various, like, oh, I really like that. The coughing, I'm assuming you put it in him and he looks like he's smoking, like a coughing would do.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to do it. So, yeah, yep. And then you put it on top of him. Yeah, so it's the cone incense and it's coughing the Pokemon. You light the cone incense and you put coughing on top of it and smoke comes out of him like a coughing would. You also reminded me, though, anime adjacent.
Yes.
I think I've mentioned before, I have friends that are like overseas idols, and they have their own merch.
Brag.
So if you have a friend that's into a specific like overseas idol, I know people that take the Instax pictures and they'll like write little custom messages to a fan on it, and you can get that sent to them. Or like they might have their own little stickers and merch like that, so you can have like a piece of them, and it's really cute.
Uh-huh.
And they work really hard on it. I've seen like my friends spending hours and hours in preparation for a convention trying to get these things together.
Okay, I thought of another one that I forgot to mention earlier that's clothing. I don't know how I forgot this one because my husband and I both have merch by them, but it is Sora clothing.
Cute.
So they've got like racing jackets. So they blur this out because they teeter a little too close to the sun in some of the references that they make. But Sora clothing, like if I go to their TikTok, you can actually see like some of their merch, but they do a lot of like Soul Eater. They've got hoodies, they've got sweatshirts, they've got pants.
Looks like they have umbrellas.
Oh yeah, so they have umbrellas where the handle is a sword.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's like a katana, but it's actually an umbrella.
That's fun.
Yeah, but their pants are like streetwear, and it's super subtle. Like they're like these are Chainsaw Man like cargo style pants.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry, these aren't the Chainsaw Man. These are the JJK ones, but they have a Chainsaw Man pair as well. And they've got like loops with little rivets, and they also have sweaters. So these are like the Soul Eater sweaters with Death the Kid on it. They have the anime racer jackets, which are so cool.
Oh, those are neat. I also like how they're using various models with the same clothing. So they had a more feminine presenting person and a more masculine presenting person, and showing how they would style it with that, which is neat.
Yeah, they do that with like their pants. That's how they market like their pants, especially, is that they're like flexible, like you can style them up feminine or masculine cargo pant style. But these racer jackets, the Soul Eater one, it's like kind of cropped a little bit, but it's like purple. There's a Chainsaw Man one that has a bunch of like it has the Puchita like on the back, and it's got these. So they're super cute. Again, this is Sora clothing. When you look them up, they like look them up on their website. It'll be difficult to understand what you're buying, so I recommend looking them up on TikTok to see what the actual clothing looks like, and then going to their website from there to like order if that's what you're interested in. But earlier we talked about like mini like keyboard rugs, and this is what I was talking about. It's the Daft Pink art is the one that I had found. I don't know why they wear ski masks in their team photos, but they do customs. They have not a lot of ready to ships because I guess the holidays are here.
Yeah.
But if you go to their Instagram, like you can see examples of some of the like keyboard rugs that they've done.
Oh, that's cute. The Nyan Cat one.
Yeah. So they have like a Berserk one. But they also have like Mario and Luigi. They have the One Piece ones. There's like a Mickey Mouse on something when they do Pokemon ones. But all of these can also be custom ordered. So if there's something that like a design that you particularly want that isn't Pokemon or Rengoku or Skeleton Hello Kitty, they will make whatever you want. You can just go onto their Instagram to get ideas. There's like a Totoro smile. They do. And they look really high quality. Like they're not scraggly. They spend a lot of time going through, and you can see this in their videos, but like detailed cutting out the shapes on these like wrist pads, basically, for your keyboard or keyboard pads, whatever you want to call them. So like they're incredibly well done, in my opinion. So
yeah, those are beautiful.
That was another one that I wanted to share. Let me pull up my list to make sure I got everything.
I do have one more thing that I just thought of. Let me see if I can find...
Clickety click click clack. It's funny because I'm going to say clickety click click clack, but the audio processing software is simply going to cut that out. And so all that's going to be there is silence and me going clickety click click clack. So everyone look forward to that one later.
This is... I've seen these at conventions before. They're Pokemon terrariums.
Yeah!
So they have, like... You can get a specific Pokemon... And it looks like it's in a Pokeball, and it's the environment for that Pokemon. So there's, a lot of
so cute.
flowers that kind of coordinate with it. But they also do things where, like, this is a Jigglypuff on an old Game Boy, and it's painted pink. It's got, like, green and pink motif with it. And around the Jigglypuff on the screen is flowers and mushrooms and things. And then they have them, like, popping up around the sides of it.
Mm-hmm.
They have them in, like, various Game Boys, too. It's not just, like, the classic Game Boy Color.
So cute.
They have, like, Game Boy Advances. They have, like, little keychain versions of those. They even did, like, little pops. Like, these
Pop figures?
Yeah, they did,
of
like...
My Hero Academia?
Mm-hmm. And they've got, like, the
Those
flowers
are so
around
cute.
them. And they have, like, a little Pikachu... in what looks like a spice jar kind of thing, and it's got sand and stuff, and it's like, if you know a friend that's like really into plants, yeah. I think it's sweet.
That is, those are incredibly cute.
And I've seen similar things. I can't think of the brand, or not the brand, but like the creator off the top of my head, where it is, so they've taken like a Butterfree, and it looks like a real Butterfree, but it's like, you know how people pin butterflies?
Yeah.
It's like a pinned Butterfree. Or they have, like, a collection of Pokemon bones, and they reassembled it on a little, like, tray and stuff. It's really cool. I cannot think of it off the top of my head, but I've always really wanted one of those.
Oh my gosh, that sounds so cute.
If you're into more of the spooky things.
Right. The last one, I couldn't find a shop for it, so I assumed this person had found it local and just shared, and I got super jealous. But and this one's a niche gift. So if you've got a friend who's into BL, or a friend who is into, it's not even BL. You know what? This can apply to any person who husbandos or waifus. But basically, the premise of this gift is, imagine an acrylic of your favorite character, but maybe in the acrylic, this character's hands are behind their back. And maybe they're kneeling. And then you take your headphone cord and you wrap it around the acrylic, and it's your headphone, like, organizer. Your cable organizer is this acrylic standee of your husbando or waifu or whatever, but wrapped in your headphone cable. For all those folks out there with your headphones that still have cables, it could be your charging cable. Yeah, we'll call it a charging cable holder organizer. Use
your imaginations, friends.
Yeah, fill in the blanks on, really deeply imagine what that gift would look like and what the implications of that gift are. There was one other thing that I had on my list that was like another good gift, but this is like another like more pricey one. And it's custom neon lights. And like,
I was just thinking that mine are not custom. These came from Amazon, but I've seen like really nice, well done ones. My favorite one, there is a creator that I've seen on TikTok, and she actually crochets. Maybe I should just plug her in general. I have to find it. I know I've sent you her stuff, but she crochets pillows. And she like does like 8-bit images on the pillows that she crochets cases for. I think I've sent you her stuff before. But in her like gaming setup office crochet area, she's got a Tomy neon light. Neat.
And I am simply obsessed with the neon light itself, but also like the work that she does, like the crochet work that she does is also phenomenal. And I'm surprised that I don't have like her whole account just like saved in my TikTok, because I love all of the stuff that she makes, but also I'm obsessed with her Tomy neon light. And I think I've actually asked her where she got it, and I'm pretty sure she custom ordered it from somewhere.
Speaking of crochet, like little crochet plushies make a good gift too.
They do. They do. I'm like desperately looking for this person's account so that I can share it with everyone, because again, it is great. Oh, the other one that I wanted to share was Kaiban Zero is where I get like a lot of my shirts from. So the one that I mentioned at the beginning of the show that I'm wearing is the JJK and My Neighbor Totoro mashup. But I also have one, and I've worn it on the show before. I think it was on like episode 1 that we did on the spicy, or it would be our first episode that wasn't our intro episode. But anyway, it's got a Gojo cat, and it's the meme of the girl like yelling at the cat across the table.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all their stuff is so good. Okay, hold on. I'm going to refresh your brain. So it's got Gato and I can't remember the other name of the student they went to school with. But yelling across the table like the woman yelling at the cat meme, but then the cat at the end of the table is Gojo Cat. And so Kaiban Zero, so it's KAIBANZERO. Asian owned and hand drawn. They've got Kaiju number 8 merch. They've got Delicious and Dungeon merch. They did the original, and I follow this brand, and I was actually at a tattoo studio in Florida, and I'm not in Florida, so I like traveled down there. But one of the tattoo artists was wearing this shirt from this brand, and on the shirt it's like the old traditional like Pokemon fight, but it's got Yuji from JJK fighting Junpei as the monster, but like Pokemon style. And it's, what will Yuji do? Cry, 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 or fight? And it's devastatingly hilarious as a shirt. They also have some Soul Eater stuff. They've got Dandadan merch that they have freshly dropped. They've got like baseball tees because Granny holds the baseball bat. It's like, you get it.
Yeah.
They've got Haikyuu merch. They've got Inuyasha. They've got more tons of JJK stuff. Their merch is super, and again, it's Asian owned and hand drawn. This is a Choso hoodie.
I love that
little bing bong. That's not like actual. They did a Sanrio JJK mashup shirt that is precious. So check out their stuff as well. I'm laughing because like some of their merch is genuinely hilarious. You have to follow them though.
And I just did.
And I'm not saying that because like oh, they're so good you have to follow them. You legitimately do, because they do limited drops. And they don't always carry the merch. So when you go through their site and you see all the stuff that you love, you can beg them to redrop, but it's rare that they do. Mm-hmm. So if you see something you like, you got to get on that pre-order and order it while you have the chance.
You see something, you say something.
Yeah, you say something to us, DM us, we're going on, we're also going to order it, we're going to match.
You tell us right now.
Don't let it slip.
I was trying to find the Pokemon that I was talking about, like the bones and things, and give you an actual account, because I've sent it to another friend before, and I just cannot for the life of me find it. And I don't know how else to describe it, because it's like, it's not a terrarium, it's Pokemon bones.
Okay, I lied. The person I was telling you about that has the super sick neon light, they did tell me where they got it, and I followed them, and I just remembered. The account is where the super cool neon is ordered from. It's called Neon Freak, but it's FREEK.
I think I remember you talking about them.
They have... Their neon stuff is insane. They have a Hatsune Miku. They have this is just Gojo. This is just a Gojo.
That's so cool, though.
Neon light. They've got, and the Gojo light, it's like all out, like his hair and face are outlined in white, but his like mask and coat are outlined in blue. They've got like generic ones like Eat, Game, Repeat, but they've got Sailor Moon.
That's
but
adorable.
Like with her like cheeks filled. And she's got her like hands up on her face. Just like generic ooh woo looking. Nobody clip that. Looking little neon faces. This is it. This is the one. This is the Tomi one.
That's gorgeous.
It's stunning because it's Tomi. It's Tomi's face, but it's like all the way down to her elbow. So it's like elbow up Tomi. And she's doing the hands on her face with the face diverging from her face.
Yeah.
and the detail is stunning. And like this one, it's lit up purple right now. I think this one lights up in 10 color options, and this one like lights up differently. It's seriously so sick. It's so good. They've got the pedo clown one. They've done a lot of different things. Again, they do take custom orders as well. All of their designs come in multiple colors if you'd like it. This neon light just says senpai, which again, I'm not opposed to. This one just says kawaii. So if you've got a friend who's into anime or pop culture, or if they're like subtly into that stuff, but they game, you can also get like their gamer tag printed on a neon sign. It's like cute. A backdrop option. So there's lots of different options with like the neon signage. Again, they're going to be a little pricier. I don't know that they fall in the if you're rich category. Because in my mind, like neon sign is something that you're going to use more frequently than like the corset bow dress that we showed earlier.
Yeah, for real.
So this, again, that was Neon Freak, NEONFREEK. They do free worldwide shipping for all of our fans in not the United States, which I found is actually substantial. T, I don't know if I told you that. What do you know?
Thanks, friends.
Yeah, so I think that's the end of my list of things that you should buy your nerdy friends for the holidays. Nerdy friends and loved ones.
Yeah, if I find that, if I remember what that is specifically called with like the Butterfree and everything, I will let you know. I can't think of a word to describe it other than bones. And I'm like, I'm getting pictures from the Pokemon in Japan. They have like a museum right now where there's like Pokemon bones being displayed, where it's like you're going to look at dinosaurs kind of thing. And I keep getting pictures of that, and I'm like, no, that's not what I want.
So I think what I'm going to do, T, is I tried to save all of the names that I called out today. So what I'll likely do is I'll put them in a list, and I'll put them in the podcast episode description. I'll put them in the YouTube description. And again, we're not affiliated with any of the brands that we've listed out today. These are all just brands or companies or small businesses that are good, that we're enticed by, that we just wanted to share because we like what they do, not because we're getting kickbacks or anything like that. And
we're really trying to promote, shop small.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I say, I got that spiel about the library. Go to your local library. We want you to go to your local artiste, local clothing designer, and
local vendors, go to local cons, support your local artists, all that good stuff. Because one, they deserve it. They work hard. Like this is like I'm so often we didn't even talk on like just buy regular like fan art and like prints and stuff. Like we steered pretty far away from that because that's more readily available, I would say. But some of these people out there, and they're so talented, and I'm constantly envious of how talented these artists are. And I wish that I could support all of their work on my own, but I need everyone else's help to support their work so that they can continue to do what they do because they are so talented. Every account that we've talked through today, has a skill and a talent that should be recognized and rewarded.
Just
support
like that,
the arts.
Support the arts. The one account that you brought up, the first mug account that you brought up, I saw they only had like 200 and some followers. Like
380.
Yeah, like they have such beautiful quality work and they don't have a huge following. Like, how is that even possible?
That's something like, how did I even find this account? Who knows?
Yeah.
So engage on socials. I'm not saying that to follow us, which obviously follow us, but the more you engage in socials, the more they learn about you and the more likely they are to recommend local and small businesses to you that you would be enticed by. So if you see things that you like on social medias, don't just, obviously, like if it's a TikTok, watch the whole thing, like it, favorite it, do all of that. Same thing on Instagram. If you see something that you like, watch the whole thing, comment, like, save, send to your friends. But the more you do that, one, you'll have an archive. So whenever someone's like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? You're like, oh, let me check my folder of things that I want, but I'm not going to buy myself. But two, because then the algorithm's going to learn what to show you based on what you like. And it will truly help you discover like these lovely like small businesses and artists that do insane work. This person that we talked about, it says Bulgaria. I don't know if their family is from there or they live there, but that was Ria Ceramics.
Yeah.
At RIA_ceramics. Again, only 380 followers, 73 posts, but they are incredible at what they do.
And
like
don't be afraid to go to like smaller local conventions too. There's a couple near me that are like very, very small, like not huge by any means, but they have good quality people coming in and trying to sell their wares. Like, don't just write something off because it's small.
Exactly. So T's usual wrap-up spiel involves something along the lines of like, you can go far with your library card, support your local library, which still do those things, obviously, but support art, support your local artists the same, right? Like, and a lot of times, like, if it comes down to money, but you also have a talent and a skill, a lot of times at art fairs, folks are willing to trade. So don't be afraid to, like, ask about that, too.
Yeah.
There's other ways that we can all support each other during these trying times. Such as...
And be respectful to artists.
Same thing along the lines of, like, be respectful. Like, you wouldn't take someone's photo without asking, because, like, cosplayers are also artists. So ask to photograph them as well. But, like, if you're at a convention and, like, you see art that you like, don't, like, take a photo of it and, like, keep it or try to produce it.
Yeah.
Like, that's stinky.
I get
Don't do
so
that.
anxious when I'm like they have one business card left.
Yeah.
Or, like, I don't want a pile of business cards in my house. And I'm like, I'm pulling out my phone to take a picture of your business card. Like, I'm so anxious about it. I want them to know I'm not trying to steal their stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're fine. But I'm, like, panicking.
Oh my gosh. So that's the end of, like, the whole, this is what you should do for, like, ideas for gifts. I'll add one last thing. I know we're, like, against consumerism and capitalism and stuff, but someone else that I'm mutuals with on TikTok, her account name is Steph. You've probably seen her. She does a lot of, like, manga reviews. She gets a lot of manga from, like, actual publishers, and she does like reviews based on that. What her partner did for her for Christmas was he went and did a book advent for her. So he went and bought a bunch of books that either he knew she wanted or off of her wish list, and then wrapped them all up individually and numbered them. And she will open one a day throughout the month of December.
That's so fun. I love.
And I think this is such
like
a cute idea. And you obviously don't have to do it with books. You can do it with like trinkets. Or blind boxes. And you don't have to do it for the whole month of December. You can do it for, like, the week leading up to Christmas. Or, you know, there's other ways that you can be creative with, like, smaller gifts for if you don't have a ton of money. I know we joked about, like, these are only gifts for if you're rich. But a lot of these things, like, aren't super attainable for folks. So, be creative, or, I mean, even make stuff yourself. Like we talked about, like, some cross-stitching or crocheting or punch needling. Those are all things that you could potentially do yourself, or you can learn a craft and make your friends something that they'll also enjoy, maybe more if you make it yourselves. So though we're promoting artists, please go out there and learn a craft too.
And baking. I mean, you can make soot sprite cookies. I've seen those before online go to the grocery store and just buy some stuff.
Yeah. I didn't even think of soot sprite cookies.
Get real far with a library card. And if you try.
I love it. Okay, well, I looked at our time earlier, too. We were at like 45 minutes, and I was like, oh, we're pacing out so good. It's been an hour and a half. It's been a pleasure talking with you, T. Thanks, everyone, for listening, and...
thanks for yapping.
Thanks for the yap. Later.
Thanks for the yap session. Bye.
Bye.